I have a very interesting path. Not a lot of CEOs of hospitals have a background in laboratory medicine, and that's where I started my career. So I went on to do my Master's of Business Administration, so I have an MBA, which helped me move into progressive senior leadership roles as well. Continuing education and ensuring that we have support for our teams when they want to engage in professional development is certainly something that I fully support.
When I was in high school, I had a lot of anxiety. And over 50 years ago, they didn't really talk about it. You know, you just had to keep going. And I was never comfortable around people my age. So I would always be with my aging grandparents, and we would play lots of cribbage and euchre. Then I started taking them to the church dinners and the Legion dinners, and I felt comfortable. I felt like that was my people, and I could be myself. I was free, and I knew this is where I wanted to be.
I was always the kind of person who took care of everybody. Whenever we'd go out to parties or whatever in high school, I was always the one taking care of people, making sure everybody was good. And that's, I had a friend who was in nursing, and we talked about it as well. And I kind of put it out there. I was like, what do you think of me being a nurse? I thought people would laugh or make a big deal out of it, and it turned out people were like, yeah, actually that makes perfect sense.
When I was pregnant with my second child, I was at home. I was going to be going back to a minimum wage job, and I thought, why not take the program? It's something that you could start online. If you start it, you can already pre-qualify and get a job as a dietary aide and do the course while you're working it. So it was like the perfect opportunity for me, especially with small children at home.
So here at St. Joseph's General Hospital, we do encourage our employees to seek out additional opportunities for professional development. We have a third-party consulting firm that helps us in terms of leadership development, which is a great resource for those employees and staff that want to move into leadership roles. We also have specialized training for critical care and our obstetrics teams, and we seek out additional training opportunities that might be offered through the ministry or government sponsored offerings, and so we continually look for those opportunities to ensure that we're supporting our staff and their professional development requirements.
Therapeutic recreation is in all homes. They're in hospitals, they're in the community. Here at St. Joseph's, we work with older population in the nursing home. We are paid to play. We have fun, and every program that we have is therapeutic. There's a rationale behind each one of them.
Going into the nursing field, generally speaking, some people choose it because it's a pretty lucrative career, which it is. The salaries are usually pretty good. The job security is awesome. Benefits are great, all those things. So it's a very safe career to choose. However, the caveat to that is you really need to genuinely have a passion for people, and you have to be somebody who understands that not everybody is at their best at all times. So when we see people in the hospital, we see them at their worst. They're tired, oftentimes they've been suffering for days, they're in pain, they're scared, they think maybe something life-threatening is going on, maybe something is. So they're not always at their best, and sometimes we're getting people in that state. And so it requires somebody who's able to remain calm and grounded and see deeper than what's happening in front of you. Yeah, you got to be able to sort of appreciate somebody's situation and be empathetic. Empathy is probably the number one quality that you need to be a nurse, because you got to feel what people are feeling and feel that you need to do something with it.
I serve all the employees, and so we all work together. So knowing we all kind of help each other out here, and so knowing that I'm making their part of the day happy, because I serve all the nurses and all the doctors, and given their whatever they have going on up there, at least I know I can at least make their part of the day better when they come down for a nice meal and just to unwind and relax and get away from the chaos. That makes me feel good. I can't do much, but I can do that, and that's what I like. You don't want a hangry nurse.
Make sure they get what they need nutritionally, and we talk, and then we program, exercise, bingos, really bingos, games, card games, walking, movements. We help again in the dining room at lunch and spend time programming, whether it be on the computer, books, online, different websites I belong to, get some new ideas, fresh ideas, have a great afternoon program, and then finish the day saying goodbye to our friends.
If I were speaking to a nursing student, oftentimes people the anatomy and physiology pieces are the pieces that are the most difficult, and oftentimes the piece that weeds out whether someone is going to be successful in the nursing programs. However, that is the foundation of it, understanding the machine that the body is, and the components and how they interact with each other to create the human. And all of the, if you're, once you get into the science of the human body, it's just super fascinating how incredibly intelligent of a design it is.
Maybe a misconception is that, it's a highly specialized area, which is the case. There are many areas in a healthcare system that are highly specialized, but there are a lot of different roles that make a hospital successful, or when you're entering into the healthcare field. We have IT supports, we have financial supports, we have human resource positions, we have quality positions and project management. There are so many different roles in healthcare that help us deliver great care for patients.
The most rewarding part of my journey here has been the team. It's really, really wonderful to be here at St. Joseph's Manor. Everybody works for the resident.
So the most rewarding part of being a nurse is by far the gratitude and seeing the tangible improvement in patients' conditions.
My most rewarding part of my occupation is I love working with people. I love working with food. So I figured, what a better opportunity to combine them both. And so, for instance, when I'm working at the Manor, I love working with the elderly and because their meals are their highlights of their day.
Obviously, it has been primarily a female-dominated industry, but now it doesn't have the stigma of you have to be a sort of a soft guy to be a nurse. No, you could be, I'm a black belt in martial arts, I play sports, I'm a guy's guy. But I take care of people and I feel okay about that.
For more information on my occupation, go to awic.ca.